everyone. Welcome to Southern Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We'd really like to thank Cambridge Assessment for their sponsorship of this event tonight. Just a couple of housekeeping items. If you have questions, and we know that you will have some questions, don't hesitate to put those questions in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. I would encourage you to type your question and then also include in your question the college or university that you hope to that will answer that question. That will help them determine who needs to field the question. So as a reminder, this is a webinar, so your camera and your microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you. This is being recorded and will be available within a week on SACAC's website. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our first presenter, Hannah from Champlain College.
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Kingsley and I am going to share my screen now just so you can see our presentation. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so excited that you get to learn more about all of our schools. So to start a little bit talking about statistics here at Champlain, we are a small private school right in Burlington, Vermont. We have average class sizes of 16 to 17 students. And thinking about that as well, our total school population is about 2,100 students. Most of our students do come from the New England region. However, we have students coming from across the country as well, and even internationally. Here on the screen, and if my face is covering anything, feel free to move me around. But here on the screen, you can actually see where Burlington is located. A few things I want to make sure to mention is Burlington is actually the largest city in the state of Vermont, and we do have the Burlington International Airport right about 3 miles away from campus. You can see some of the drive times for some of the bigger cities in New England on your screen, so that's a great way to gauge where we're located. Also within the city of Burlington itself, we do have the transportation system of a city bus, and all Champlain students have free access to the system by using their Champlain College ID card. Moving to talk a little bit about academics, I definitely want to make sure we talk about our upside down curriculum. This is something extremely unique to Champlain College, and what this means is every single student starts in their major from day one on campus. So if you know exactly what you want to study, perfect hands-on experience all 4 years. You're in that major right away, building the skills that you need in order to be successful and start looking for internship and job opportunities. However, maybe you come to Champlain and you think you know exactly what you want to do, but once you get in the classroom and you take those classes during your first semester, you realize it might not be quite the right fit for you. This means that you are able to still change your major and graduate within that 4-year time frame. We also know that some students don't know what they want to study yet, and that is completely okay as well. You can come to Champlain as an undeclared student. You would take a sample of classes throughout your first semester or your first year, and then you could choose at the end of that time as to what you want your major to be. Here are our different academic programs at Champlain College, and it's broken into 4 different schools and divisions. Unfortunately, I'm not able to talk about all 29 majors right now. However, I do want to highlight a few with each school. We did start at Champlain as the Stiller School of Business. So you have a great range of options there, including our business administration and international business program. Within our Education and Human Studies division, you can study law, social work, criminal justice, or elementary, middle, or secondary education. Within our Information Technology and Sciences division, we have some really fun majors like digital forensics, cybersecurity, and data science. And if you're more into the arts field, you can definitely come to Champlain to study visual communication design, filmmaking, or broadcast media. We also have the Game Studio, which is comprised of 5 different game majors at Champlain College, including game sound, game design, game art, and we also have game programming and game production management. So definitely something to check out. As we're thinking about going to college, we know that you are also looking towards your future, and going to college is a huge investment. We want to let you know that a Champlain degree pays off. For our class of 2019, 88% of our students were employed or continuing their education within 6 months of graduation. However, the number that we're extremely proud of is that out of the students who were employed, 100% of them were employed in a field directly related to their major or their career goals. And what this means is they didn't just have a job, but they had a job specifically in the industry that they went to Champlain for. And this really just shows how everything from upside down curriculum to that small class size of 16 to 17 to all of the different curriculum you're getting in the classroom really leads you to take that first step upon graduation. Champlain is a professionally focused institution, and what this means is we want to help students find and follow their passions, but also get a job doing so. And our amazing Career Collaborative works with students all 4 years, and we actually build professional literacy and personal finance into our curriculum and make it a graduation requirement to make sure you're ready to take that step upon graduation. And I know that many of you are probably just starting this college search process, but I definitely want to make sure to mention a few important pieces, both for you and any family who may be watching this. First of all, here at Champlain, you can use the Common App or the Champlain app to apply. We read them both the exact same way, and there's never any application fee that you have to worry about. Champlain has also been test optional for the past few years, and we plan on remaining so moving forward, so no need to worry about taking the SAT or ACT. When it comes to financial aid, every single student is automatically considered for merit-based aid when you apply. However, to be considered for need-based aid, we do need to have your FAFSA information on file. We do have the Champlain College Count on It guarantee, and what this means is every single Champlain College student, whatever you get from our school specifically, will remain with you all 4 years as long as you remain a full-time student. This is not based on GPA, and they're rewarded both on merit and need-based aid. For any family members who will be joining us, I do want to make sure to mention we do not require the CSS profile, and if you do get any outside scholarships from your local high school, Key Club, a bank, anything like that, you can send those, and Champlain will not change our financial aid package if you do bring in outside scholarships. And I know I'm almost at the end of my time, so I'll definitely be around if you do have any questions. And thank you so much for joining, and I'll pass it off to the next school now.
Hannah, thank you to you and Champlain College. Next up, you get the opportunity to hear from Harvey Mudd College.
Great, thank you so much. So my name is Tira Briggs, and I'm the Vice President for Admission and Financial Aid at Harvey Mudd. And I want to take some time to tell you a little bit about our college. So we are located in about 35 miles outside of Los Angeles, California. So really in the heart of Southern California. It's an amazing place to go to school. We're about 45 minutes from the beaches. We are 45 minutes from places like Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm. We are also in the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains. And we're about an hour west of Palm Springs and close to all sorts of airports as well. Certainly LAX is the most well-known, but very easy for students who are going to be traveling from across the country. So we are actually located in Claremont, California, a small town of about 34,000 people. Its official nickname is the City of Trees. I guess we have a lot of trees. Its unofficial nickname, however, is the City of Trees and PhDs. And that's because Claremont is actually home to something called the Claremont Consortium, or the Claremont Colleges. And that's 5 undergraduate colleges and two graduate institutions that are all located in 1 square mile. And I'll show you more about that now. So Claremont College is here right in front of you. We give you the best of both worlds. Essentially, we have the resources of a small to mid-sized university, but the advantage of going to a small college, meaning getting to know your faculty members well, getting to know the fellow students well, getting all of the personal attention that you would get at a small college. You see here, though, altogether, we are 6,000 undergraduate students, and we share a lot of things where it makes sense to share. Things like campus safety, our health and wellness resources, various different organizations across the campuses. Students can eat their meals at any of the different college campuses. But the most important way in which you interact with each other is that as a student at any one of the Claremont colleges that you see here, you will also take courses at any of the other Claremont colleges as well. So again, you have 2,000 courses to choose from. We make it very easy. If you want to study, say, history, you literally would just type in history when you're registering, and all of the courses at all of the Claremont colleges would pop up. And in many cases, you have the same chance of getting into a class on one of the other institutions that you would have getting into a school, getting into a course on your own campus. And so that's another key part of who we are. So the mission of Harvey Mudd is absolutely key. And I think the reason this matters to us is that it guides everything we do. It's an idea of math, science, and engineering at the heart of who we are, but also in the context of a liberal arts education. And that is also central to who we are. So if you're a student who loves the STEM fields and you know that's what you want to do, but you don't want to give up the other things you want to study, we could be a great match for you. You see there that we are small, 900 undergraduates. We're very proud of the fact that we are 50% female and 50% male. And that means, which is quite remarkable for a technical institution. And again, also an 8-to-1 student faculty ratio. Our curriculum has 3 parts to it: a core curriculum that is for your first 3 semesters. And then you also have humanities, social sciences, and arts and your major. And this is what the core curriculum looks like. And usually when I show this slide, half the room sort of runs screaming and the other half gets really excited. So you'll see here, you actually dive right into a pretty rigorous STEM curriculum. And on average, 70% of your courses at Harvey Mudd will be in math, science, and engineering. And 30% will be in the humanities, social sciences, and the arts. We do have a policy that students need to have had a year of calculus, chemistry, and physics before they get to us, but we don't dictate what level those courses are going to be. You literally can jump into one of these courses as long as you have those three courses as a background. We only have 10 majors at Harvey Mudd, very different than most liberal arts colleges. And as you see here, they are all in math, science, and engineering. The one I want to draw your attention to is engineering, and that's one of our largest majors. The reason I want to call that one out is at Harvey Mudd, you don't major in mechanical engineering or civil engineering. Instead, you major in engineering as a field, general engineering. We do that because we know that when you graduate from Harvey Mudd, you're not going to be pigeonholed into only one aspect of engineering. That said, you can use your electives within the major to focus in on something specific. It could be anything: aeronautical engineering, aerospace engineering, biomedical, mechanical, electrical. But we're also going to make sure that we teach you how to learn, how to think, and how to problem solve as an engineer, so that when you graduate, there's no shelf life on your degree. I mentioned humanities, social sciences, and arts, and actually we require that all students declare a concentration, essentially just short of a minor, in one aspect of HSA. You can see the approved concentrations there, or you can also create your own. But again, HSA is a key part of who we are. 100% of our students do research. I know families are often sort of concerned about how can a small liberal arts college offer the same kind of research opportunities. This is where it matters that we're entirely undergraduate. And what I mean by that is that all of our faculty members are still doing research in their fields. If they were at a larger institution, they might be turning to their graduate students to support them in their research. But instead, at Harvey Mudd, we turn to our undergrads. You know, also we have the clinic program that all of our computer science and our engineering majors do, and that's an enormous part. It's essentially where companies like Google, Microsoft, SpaceX, Disney, they pay Harvey Mudd each year to have our students in groups of 4 or 5 take on real life research problems for them. And 10 to 12 patents come out of these projects every year, and our students' names are on the patents. This is our newest building, opening in just a couple months, a brand new computer science center, brand new makerspace, wonderful robotics labs. And this is the outcomes for Harvey Mudd, which are actually pretty extraordinary. Our alums have the highest average mid-career salary of graduates of any college or university in the country. In addition to that, we are usually at or near the top of the list of the liberal arts colleges with the highest percentage of students going on to get their PhDs. And the median salary that you see there for the class of 2020 was this is the starting salary, I will point out, is $112,500. And that was even in the middle of the pandemic. And I think part of the reason our students are so successful, partly, of course, is that it's math, science, and engineering, but also it is because they learned all sorts of different skills. I'm going to jump to our application and admission. I just want to highlight we are a common application or coalition application. And the most important thing I think to know here is that we also are going to be test optional for this year and for next year. So again, if you're a student who loves math and science, you don't want to give up all of the other things that you want to do, I hope you'll consider Harvey Mudd.
Thank you so much, Tira and Harvey Mudd College. Don't forget to put those questions in the Q&A. Our panelists can answer those at any time, either before or after their presentation. Next up, I would love to introduce Joel from Southeastern University.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Super excited to be here. We heard from Harvey Mudd and all the way in California. Guys, check out Florida. It was 75 degrees here today. Right now, it's about 70 degrees. It's beautiful here. Let me share my screen and share a little bit about what SCU is all about, Southeastern University. The old share button here. Here we go. Here we go. And so here's a little video about who we are.
Fire up. It's that feeling deep in your bones. That desire to be part of something bigger than yourself. It's what drives us, propels us. It's what brought you here. Together, we believe. We dream. We strive for the impossible. Innovation is our fuel. Community is our breath. We discover. We push boundaries. Experiencing life as it was created to be. So fire up your imagination to chase, to create, to dare. Fire up to be the change this world is waiting for. We are waiting for you.
Let's go. That video always gets me hyped up for Southeastern University. Let me actually go to the next one here and present it here. So that's Southeastern University, guys. We're located at a private Christian college. If you're looking to integrate your faith in your learning, SU could be perfect for you. Our main campus is in Lakeland, Florida. We're only about 30 minutes away from Walt Disney World. Yes, let me repeat that again. We're only 30 minutes away from Walt Disney World. Our campus is we have about 53 different countries coming from here. And here's a little bit about my story. I was actually looking, my name is Joel, guys, again. I was looking actually for a Christian college, and I'm actually from Indiana. So I don't know if anyone's from the Midwest there. And I was like, oh my gosh, like there could be a Christian college that's actually like literally 75 degrees in the winter. And it's not like always crazy as far as like blizzards and this. And I wanted to change, and SU was perfect for the value system that I had with my relationship with Jesus Christ, and also the major that I wanted to go into. And we'll actually go to some of actually the majors and minors that we have at SU. So that's a little about for me, and having that community of believers around me, of other Christians, really strengthened my faith too. So here are some academic highlights that we have at SU, because you might be asking, hey, what are some of like the academic highlights that you guys have? So our 5 most popular majors, we have about 75 of them, is kinesiology, psychology, biological sciences with concentration, Bachelor of Social Work, and elementary education. Now, of course, we do have other ones too. We have pre-law. We have a lot of other ones there, but our 5 most popular ones are right here. Now, as a Christian college, if you're looking for that, to have kinesiology is huge. We have also veterinarian that we didn't mention on there. We also have law. To be a Christian college and to have that is amazing, because a lot of other Christian colleges in the countries do not offer those majors. And definitely coming to SU was one of my favorite things right there. So our newest majors, yes, as a Christian college, we have aviation. Isn't that crazy? I know you guys saw actually in the video there, political science, tourism and hospitality management, language and cultural trade. Aviation, what actually our student she's sitting in, that's actually we actually partner with an aviation school in Lakeland. Obviously pre-COVID, obviously COVID measures happened there, but you actually get to go in a simulator and you get to fly around. I was actually inside of it. So if you are one of those students who's interested in aviation, definitely check out SU if you actually want to go to a Christian college there. So nursing, right? So these are a couple of our academic ones that are really huge. And nursing is one of our top majors at SU. First time pass rate for the NCLEX. NCLEX is the biggest thing you want to look at if any of you guys are nursing. 92% passing rate, exceeding the national average of 87 for our BSN educated students, which is huge. You want to get that BSN, and 92%, you can't beat that. That's amazing. Now, education, let's say you want to go in the education realm. 95% of education students graduates are offered teaching positions prior to the start of the next school year following graduation. So this is because we have so many internships going on. You actually begin your sophomore and junior year. So most of our students going into their senior year will already have a job placement ready for them if they still want to pursue actually a major in education because of our high accreditation. Right here is accounting. Who wants to be accountant? The first time pass rate. Now, if you're going to accounting, you know about the CPA exam. 2001, 85% is among the highest of colleges and universities in Florida. That's huge. CPA exam passing of 85%. That's huge right there. Now, admissions updates. Now, the PowerPoint didn't say this about size. Guys, we only have about 2,000 students actually on campus. It's super, super nice. And if some admissions updates like other people have here, test optional, fully on campus experience with appropriate health and safety measures, up to $19,000 in academic scholarships, fee app waiver code right there. If you guys want to take a picture that if you guys do want have a free app, there is Future Fire right there. And then that's Southeastern University. If you have any questions at all, please hit me up actually in the comments there. Okay, guys?
Thanks so much, Joel. Your passion is palpable. Thanks so much to you and Southeastern University. We've already learned some great things so far about some great schools, and we still have several to go. So next up is Wake Forest University.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Thomas Ray. I am an assistant dean in the Office of Admissions at Wake Forest, and I'm joined today by our Dean of Admission, Karen Vargas. Please feel free to submit those questions to us as we move forward. Wake Forest University, we are located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We're a liberal arts institution. Actually, we consider ourselves to be the premier collegiate university in our country, which simply means that we're the best of the small liberal arts institution, but also the best of those large state-supported institutions as well. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean in just a few minutes. Our campus population is roughly 5,000 undergraduate students that quite literally come from all over the United States and places abroad. 49 of our 50 states are represented, and we have just over 50 countries that are represented on campus as well. Of course, diversity is a big word, something I'm sure that you're interested in, whether it's that racial diversity, the ethnic diversity, thinking about religious diversity as well, the sexual orientation. I mean, all of these different ways that you might identify your lived experiences. Know that you'll find spaces and places and community upon which to join, but also to be challenged in some really healthy ways as well. One of the key things that I think is important to know about Wake Forest is that we hang our hat on the academics. U.S. News and World Reports has recognized us for decades of our academic environment. What you see here is pretty typical of Wake Forest, an engaging classroom discussion, conversation. That's really what you're going to find in all of your classes that are always about giving you small spaces to engage with faculty members, not teaching assistants and not graduate students. Every credit-bearing course that you take at Wake Forest is actually taught by someone who more than likely has a terminal degree. And so again, having these kinds of experiences, be it in engineering, in business, pre-med, whatever it is that you might want to study. We've got 40 majors and 60 minors to choose from. You truly have the option to take advantage of this liberal arts curriculum as you see fit. We have students that combine academic areas in some really unique ways. So if you find yourself thinking that you want to do religion, but that you want to also study medicine, go for it. If you say that you want to go into English, but you also have this soft spot for music, go for that as well. The academic opportunities that you'll find at Wake Forest really are only limited by your ability to plan and ability to be creative. The academics, though, is really just kind of one piece of it all. And we recognize and understand that the learning doesn't happen within the confines of the classroom, or it doesn't just happen, I should say. And so you'll find that Wake Forest is, again, kind of a leader as it relates to studying abroad. We own houses abroad. The image on the right-hand side is a house that we own on the Grand Canal in Venice, Italy. We've got some really great internship experiences in our nation's capital. And then some of our students are doing research as early as their freshman year. So when you're thinking about these co-curricular opportunities, ways to kind of build out your experiences, again, the things that are typical of the big state schools, you'll have those opportunities as a member of our campus community. And then, of course, there's campus life. There's a lot to do and a lot to plug into. Again, we're in the western part of North Carolina. So if you consider yourself to be outdoorsy, you'll have those opportunities. If you want to show up and be seen on college game day, we'll certainly give you those chances too, as we're a Division I school competing in the ACC. A lot of our students are oriented to service, fighting food insecurity here locally, raising funds for cancer research. There's a lot that our students are engaged in, very civically oriented and really driven by this motto of our university, which is pro humanitate. Certainly, there is much more to be said and much more to share about Wake Forest, but I think it's important to understand first and foremost, again, we're an academic institution. There's no question about it. But when you step outside the classroom, Wake feels a lot bigger than what it actually is. When it comes time to apply, you'll find the Common App, the Coalition application. There's a Wake Forest application too. Ultimately, we just want to give you options. Choose the one that works best for you. We have actually been, as an institution, test optional for over a decade at this point. So we've got some really good experience in evaluating our students without an SAT or without an ACT. At the core of it all, we want to get to know who you are, your experiences, and ultimately what you might be bringing to our campus. And so as you move forward in that process, know that we are resources to you. We're here to support you. We're here to answer questions and to help you understand how you might be fit with Wake Forest, how you might plug into this community and how you might experience all that we have to offer. You'll see on the right-hand side here, of course, the social media, the QR code. I'll actually share that link with you here in just a couple minutes that gets you to this kind of Explore Wake Forest page, which will remind you of some of these things that I mentioned and, of course, provide some greater depth into these areas that I brought up as well. But thanks for your time. Thanks for your attention. And we certainly look forward to learning more about you as you move forward in your process.
Thank you so much, Thomas and Wake Forest University. Next up is the University of Holy Cross.
Hi, everyone. I'm Joy Marie Benjamin. I am the admissions counselor for the University of Holy Cross. I'm going to share my screen. Oops. Go. So the University of Holy Cross, we are located in New Orleans, Louisiana, and we are on the West Bank of New Orleans, but we're about 7 minutes from the downtown area in New Orleans. And we are, despite being in New Orleans, we are ranked the safest campus in Louisiana. And we have been rated that by backgroundchecks.org. And we just like to keep a very safe environment for all of our students who are on the campus. Our PD is very on top of making sure that all of our students feel very safe on campus. So if by any chance you're on the campus and you don't really feel too safe, or you think that it's too dark and getting to your car is a little iffy, you're able to call them and they will make sure that you get right to where you're going. So some fast facts about the University of Holy Cross is that we were founded in 1961, and we are one of 8 Holy Cross colleges, one of our most notable being Notre Dame. And on the campus, we actually have over 65 academic programs ranging from associates, bachelor's, master's, doctoral degrees. And because we are a small campus, we like to make sure that all of our students feel like they are more than just a number, that they are a part of our family. And so we have a 10-to-1 faculty ratio. And so you're going to have that interaction with your faculty and staff to make sure that you are really understanding what's going on the campus, to make sure you're understanding whatever curriculum you're in. We have over 18 student organizations. If at any point you are at the university and you want to be a part of an organization that you don't see that we have, we can easily get that started for you with no problem. And we do have one-on-one academic counseling. And so our counseling is put on by our faculty. So it's not going to be a graduate assistant or a teaching assistant. It's going to be that faculty and staff who are actually doing those teaching for your different courses. And so we are currently test optional. So we are only taking your transcripts. If you have the ACT, then we will take that. If you have the SAT scores, we will also take those to help with your placement, but it isn't necessary. We will just take the transcript and we will be able to process you from there. Our admissions requirements are going to be a 2.5 GPA. And we do allow conditional admits, which is going to be a 2.0 GPA. And our conditional admits are just going to be that we're going to give you that extra help to make sure that you succeed at the university. We know that sometimes there are things that are going on that may just, hinder some things for the GPA, but we want to make sure that all of our students are going to make the best possible outcome while at the university. And so we have about 3 full ride scholarships for the university that I put through the university, but we do accept all type of financial aid. And about 87% of our students do get financial aid for the university. So we accept FAFSA, grants, any outside scholarships, any loans that are given. Our priority deadline did pass, but don't worry, we do, like I said, we will find anything that's necessary to help a student be able to afford the university. Because we are a small private university, we know that our fees are kind of high. We want to make sure that we accept all financial aid that a student is allotted. And our financial aid and scholarship counselors are very big on making sure that we help all of our students. And our FAFSA code is at the bottom. You can either take a picture of it or I can type it in that chat box so that everybody can see what those are. And like I said, we have about 65 plus different programs. Some of our most noted are going to be nursing, biology, our pre-professional programs, allied health, education, counseling, and so on. We have 100% for the NCLEX for our nursing program. So if you're really thinking about going into nursing, then that will definitely be something to look at, and that we do pride ourselves on having that. And we just recently put a residence hall on our campus. And so it was put there about in 2018. And we have about 115 beds with bathrooms in the units. We like to say that all of our students, you're never going to share a bedroom, of course, but you only have to share a bathroom with one person, no matter if you're in a 2-bedroom or a 4-bedroom. Some amenities that we have are going to be free Wi-Fi, free parking. Like I said, safety is a big thing. So that's card access to get you into all of the different parts of the residence hall. And we do have a meditation room on campus. So we know that there are some things that can happen in life. So we want to make sure that our mental and physical health are all taken care of. You can easily just go into the room, close it, and take that time for yourself. We do have a gym on site in the residence hall, as well as some study rooms and a free PO box. So if there anything that wants to be given to you guys on campus, sent from home, then you're easily able to access that right into the res hall. And that is all about the University of Holy Cross. I will put my information into the chat box so that everybody can see.
Thank you so much. And our final presentation tonight will be from the University of Alabama.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andy Morrison. I'm an out-of-state recruiter based in Atlanta, and I'm joined by my colleague in state, Julian Katz, based in Mobile. We prepared a video for you tonight. Enjoy.
If you think you know Alabama, there's more. Think entrepreneurs and authors, performers, innovators, and CEOs, shaping our world, inspiring us, making us think differently. The University of Alabama, where legends are made.
At the University of Alabama, legends are made every day. From the athletic fields to the research labs, there are a range of opportunities available to you. Did you know that UA is consistently a leader in the enrollment of national merit finalists? Or that we're #1 in the Southeastern Conference and #2 in the country in the number of internship placements? These are just a few of our students' many accomplishments and what lies ahead for you at the capstone.
Founded in 1831, Alabama's total enrollment has grown to more than 38,000 students. In addition to the benefits of a Tier 1 research institution, UA maintains a small campus feel with a 23-to-1 student-to-professor ratio, offering more than 200 academic options and a diverse student population. The opportunities to help you discover your legendary path are plentiful.
The prospects for campus involvement are abundant, with more than 600 different student clubs and organizations. If you are interested in it, UA proudly has it. Included in these groups are fraternities and sororities, honor societies, campus ministries, intramural sports, and much more. And let's talk about community involvement. UA students dedicated more than 1 million hours of service last year.
If you're a senior in high school and are ready to be a legend, get started now at apply.ua.edu. Our application process opens each year in July. The University of Alabama is test optional for 2021. Students applying without ACT or SAT scores will be evaluated by their overall GPA, core academic GPA, and the strength of their curriculum. While we encourage students to submit available test scores to provide additional support to their application, lower test scores will not be a disadvantage. Alabama operates on rolling admission, so once we receive your application and supporting documents, a decision can be made in about 2 weeks.
UA makes the college experience more affordable by rewarding academic excellence. Students who have earned both the grade point average and corresponding ACT or SAT score on the freshman merit scholarship charts can automatically receive that award value. Extracurricular activities and leadership are also important. If you were admitted to UA before January 15th of your senior year in high school, you'll receive access to our scholarship application, which allows you to be considered for a variety of other competitive awards. For more details, please visit scholarships.ua.edu.
In Alabama, education has no limits. From Warner Media to Mercedes-Benz, UA students have an endless array of opportunities for internships and education abroad. With almost 250,000 alumni and friends of the university, our network reaches around the globe. UA has a reputation for innovation, and your experiences here can give you the skills and drive to accomplish incredible things.
Many legends have been discovered when taking their first steps onto Alabama's beautiful campus and exploring the city of Tuscaloosa. Your journey can start online now by scanning the QR code on this slide to begin a virtual 360 tour. You can also reach out to your regional recruiter to discuss other options, including in-depth visits, virtual information sessions, and university days.
We hope that you are excited about the University of Alabama and want to learn more. Your recruiter will be your best resource for guidance through the application and scholarship process.
Thank you for joining us. We look forward to helping you become a legend. Roll Tide.
Thank you so much to the University of Alabama. Now I would like our presenters to take a look at this quick question. And we are going to go round robin. I'm going to invite you presenters to turn your cameras back on. And in the same order that we presented, give an interesting or fun fact about your institution. And we'll start with Hannah from Champlain College first.
Yeah, great. Thank you. So I'm actually going to twist it a little bit and talk about Burlington itself, because that's where we're located. So Burlington is actually been named one of America's #1 college towns. And it really gives our Champlain students the best of both worlds, because you're able to go explore the city. We're equally located between Montreal, Boston, and Albany. So we have a lot of different theater groups that come through. We have the comedy club. So definitely lots of things to do with over 150 restaurants in our famous Church Street. But also, if you drive 20 minutes away from campus, you are in that picturesque green mountains that you think of when you think of Vermont. So if you really want to go hiking or skiing, but also have access of city amenities, it gives you the best of both worlds, and it's a great combination.
All right, I guess I think I'm next. So I think that the fun fact for Harvey Mudd actually has to do with what you hear from a lot of sort of STEM institutions and engineering schools, for example, and that we have a very rich history of pranking. So students enjoy playing pranks on each other. They enjoy playing pranks on us. They once turned our president's office into a Zen garden complete with a waterfall. And there are rules for the pranks that they have to be reversible within 24 hours. And you have to take credit for it, which of course most of our students would want to do because they're very talented in the pranking. The best one ever though was when we stole, but returned Caltech's famous cannon just by telling them that we were maintenance people who needed to take it away to get it fixed. But we gave it back.
I love that. I worked at an engineering school too, and that was their good, clean fun, right? And Southeastern University.
What's up, guys? How you doing? I mean, the easiest thing to say, we got Walt Disney World right next to it. Fun fact, Walt Disney World is only literally 30 minutes away. But a very quick fun fact that happens every single year, and people don't understand that, you know, it's a prank that people do, but there's lakes around Lakeland. So a lot of times people, namely the guys, they'll go and they'll actually take an alligator and put it inside of their, put it inside of the bathroom, and then the RO would be like, you got to go put that back because they're endangered species. That's an alligator. So it is amazing, but I would just go see Mickey Mouse if I was you, okay?
I'll give you two really quickly. There are two universities in the world that own property in Venice. Wake Forest is one, the University of Venice is the other. And then one other thing about Winston-Salem, if you care for a Krispy Kreme donut, Winston is your place. Winston-Salem, of course, is claim to fame is being home to the Krispy Kreme donut.
So, like everyone, I have a few. So by us being a small university, our president is actually super available. We can easily just walk in, no matter faculty, staff, or students, and go and just have chit chats with the president, which is really cool. And also being in Louisiana, every year we do a crawfish boil on campus. So all of our students can come and enjoy that, whether you're from Louisiana or from anywhere else. And our nursing program really, really loves to have different fun events on campus. So during Halloween time, they actually decorate the nursing department as a haunted house. And so everybody can go and see it and be a little spooked out and all, but we also do a trunk or treat so that faculty can get to go around and just be a kid again and go and do different trick or treating.
I guess I'll go from the duo. With the University of Alabama, I think there's always what you see maybe on Saturdays versus what we offer Monday through Fridays. In fact, we have more national debate championships than football championships. We've had a new building come up every 90 days since 2007, while still maintaining a fairly low student to teacher ratio. I think, Andy, I believe I'm right, number 2 in internship opportunities in the nation, if that's correct. Number 8, accounting program. We're the place where legends are made, much more than your Derrick Henrys and Mark Ingrams. The CEO of Lockheed Martin, Marilyn Houston, is a graduate of the university, just donated $20 million back to the university for a new facility going in. We have won NASA's Martian rover competition 6 years straight. They actually brought the NASA competition to Tuscaloosa. We kept winning. U.S. Mercedes-Benz in Tuscaloosa County, so a lot of great programs in mechanical engineering and Ford. There's a lot to see. We at the University of Alabama want to make sure we're making sure people are getting to answer the questions: where you want to go, what you want to be, what do you want to do, and who you want to be. I could go on for a while. We love our university.
Thank you so much. And to the audience, I would like you to take a look at these faces on the screen of these wonderful professionals at these colleges and universities that you're highly considering. These are the folks that are here to help you throughout this process. They want to get to know you as people. They want to help you throughout this whole process. So don't hesitate to reach out to them, call them, email them, get the information from them versus College Confidential or something like that. So really quick, I am going to share just some parting words. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. There is going to be a quick survey as you close out. We hope that you will provide us with some feedback. And the recording of this session, if you wanted to watch it on replay, will be available within about a week. And thank you again to Cambridge Assessment for the sponsorship tonight. Have a good one, everyone.